the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house from Buccaneer TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Stays on his feet, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Working with a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bucs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the route is on here in this first half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Brady now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Looking for Brown. He's got it in the end zone. And touchdown, Tampa Bay. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead. Suckup for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And down he'll go at the 25. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead will swell by one more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets them to about the 44. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Let's go, baby.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. He's going deep for Brown. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Play action. Now Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And all the way down to the 26. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Buying time to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick six.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one.
And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Throwing is Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Vita Vea able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Pierre Desir. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Brady. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, 31 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 16, Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You can't block me. You can't block me. There we go. Out. Mark 37. 37's the mic. Mike 37. I got him. And we're going 37's the mic. Mike 37. I'm coming. Hey,
here's Brady. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Jones, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead will swell by one more. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's Carson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now it's the backup Smith. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Smith. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. From the 31, Smith. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's caught, Lockett, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From the red zone now, Smith. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Smith now to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gino's going to throw. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Another completion for Tom Brady, and I just know that in his New England days, he would fight to stay out there until the end, until that clock hit zeros. But here in Tampa Bay, I just wonder if they'll want him to come out of the game and hand him the baseball cap in recognition of a job well done in this one.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the run.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Brady going to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
45's the mic. Too little, Captain. Panther 11.
To the air again, Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Geno. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Here's Smith looking to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Brady going to look to throw.
A check down here to Jones.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Watch the curls. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, watch
From midfield, here's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To throw is Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
One last throw here for Smith. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the